much love. Back to lift again. And I know you're doing great because you're alive and breathing. And welcome, my soldiers and soldierettes. Salute. And I give my honor to my ancestors, to my dad, may he rest in peace and in power, and to my mom, and to anybody in your family that you love and hold close to your heart. And if they pass, may they rest in peace and in power. But if they're alive, like my mom, and vibrant, I give her honor. And I call down protection from our great creator, from ourselves, for ourselves. And have no doubt, stay strong, stay steadfast out there. And I know you are, because if you're listening to the sound of my voice, you're a powerful brother and a powerful sister. And in these times, when you talk, breathe life. And breathe life in everything you do. And just be authentic. And just let it flow, ladies and gentlemen. And cultivate your gifts. Utilize the gifts that you do have. Don't look at what's before you. If anything looks, never let self-doubt in. You always hear me say that. Disregard anything that comes anywhere near self-doubt, and keep being that soldier and soldierette. Salute that you are, that you have been, and that you will be. And keep cultivating that good new gift, that newfound gift that you have found within yourself and that you see in others. Because help cultivate others around you, especially if you're connected to children. I will always bring up children because we can't forget about the youth, because we that have awakened, that has been here, I say from the 70s on, we got to keep passing down that baton, keep passing on that wisdom, keep that fire blazing, and be as authentic as we can possibly be. Because being authentic will give you many, many victories in your life. And being authentic will help you to deal with negative situations. And it's like I always say, it's not always people. It could be things, entities. Things happen out of the blue sometimes. But stay authentic. And everything will be fine. I like to rhyme sometimes. And just do you and be true. And everything on outside, the Creator will reveal to you, bad or good, but stay authentic. And being authentic is a way of setting ourselves free mentally, spiritually, and it also will help with the physical, because the body always follows the mind. Where the mind goes, the body goes. So that's why authenticity is very important. And, keeping your psyche in check, educating yourself, finding new ways to fight challenges with your children, within your family, things that you might hear about yourself or about others, gossip. It's a quote, something that I like to say a lot. Absorb, no, scratch that. Observe things around you, but don't absorb it. Learn from it and take those moments of solitude, step back and analyze the situation before you attack it or respond. Because these days our senses are very sensitive. Our senses are heightened, and some are aware of that and some are not. That's why it's good to study authenticity and being authentic at all times, at all costs. It's just being authentic is just like being true to yourself. And once you do that, and I always like to reiterate that this is not an easy thing to do. But brothers and sisters, ones that have made it to that point of self-awareness, we know. So this is for those that might be having a challenge with themselves, that maybe don't know where 100% know who you are. Just be authentic and don't worry about if the Creator will show you when you're true. It's when you're negative and you hate yourself and you being negative towards others. That's what can blind you and keep you from being authentic. because not everybody, especially people that don't know you, you know, it considering what kind of person you are. Like me myself, I'm a Sigma male, and if most people have studied Sigma males, we are very good observers. And if people are not at a high vibration, they won't understand you if you're the silent type and just don't speak unless necessary. And that's where authenticity comes in. Just be authentic, because you already know if you are secure within yourself, you already know that the individual just don't overstand you and just trying to figure you out. But and my brothers and sisters, if you are this type and you're good at heart, you just the type that you move in a certain way. You don't move how other individuals move, but in your heart that they're gonna love you and like you in the end. So that's why it's good to be authentic. And once the person or individual, anything you come into contact, once they get to know you and know who you are, they'll be like, wow, this is a really great individual. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day, and being authentic and knowing who you are. I always say, you can't know the human mind unless you know your own. We have to study our own mind, because once we know our own mind, it keeps us from judging people. And once we know ourselves and why some of us do what we do and why we react a certain way, once we learn ourselves and we're able to do that, it makes things, you start understanding things a lot more in life. So just be authentic no matter what. Never let nothing stop you from being authentic. And once you see results, you'll keep on wanting to be much more. I mean, you'll want to spread it to others, because it's the only way to go, ladies and gentlemen. And people can say what they want. Oh, you a positive freak, or you a righteous freak, or this, that, and the third. But people who are doing that and judging and not taking time to understand why you are, giving your speech the way you give it, or why you do the things you do, or why you're on the walk you're on. They haven't walked in your shoes. Once they understand, then they'll see how and why you came to the walk that you're on today. And being authentic is kind of a shield from that, because you just kind of step back and say, okay, I know why that individual is thinking that way or acting that way. Because a lot of us, before we were awakened, we didn't pay attention to our reactions and our thoughts and people around us. We always use that term willy-nilly, walking through life willy-nilly. We got a lot of those out here. But it's unfortunate. You got some that are really terribly unaware and really making, destructive decisions and destructive choices. And that's when, they're not true to themselves. They don't know themselves. And I was one of those. Not everybody comes out of that, but we have to be authentic and take those times to listen to our spirit and those instincts. And because a lot of us are not dumb. We know when something is not right. But I don't know, that negative force in some individuals, whether young or old, it takes over. And some have to get hit really hard to finally get it. And some don't get it. And that's unfortunate. And I don't gloat in those that, fall down and going through a hard time, because one has been through a hard time. I always reiterate, a brother has been homeless. So I've been down to the bottom of the barrel. So I know what it's like down there. And I never make light of that. That's why I do what I do, to uplift others, to help them, to encourage them, to fight, to find a way through their challenge. Because you can't get to the light if you don't fight in this life. Sometimes you have to fight, mentally, spiritually, and, hopefully not physically. Because we try to keep away from the physical, because getting angry, getting upset takes energy away from you. It takes time. You ever notice, like in a relationship, let's say male and female arguing, you ever notice when you argue how much time it takes, how much energy it takes, and how you feel afterwards? You feel drained. You feel emotionally drained. Sometimes you have a headache, your body aching. That's what anger can do. And that's why it's good to, I'm not an expert on the psyche and the mind. I go off strictly the spirit and experiences. But those that have been through the fire and have been through the ups and downs of emotions can agree with what I'm saying. And being angry, sometimes at some point in our lives, we're going to get a little upset. But I'm talking about if you one of those individuals that's just angry and downtrodden all the time, you can drain those around you, and it will push people away from you. People won't want to be around you. And so that's why we have to be authentic and just be honest with ourselves, and to others that we converse with, say, hey, I'm not feeling good. I'm kind of angry right now, or upset. And you talk things through, you talk it out, because things can't be talked out or talked through being fake and pretending we're something that we're not. If we are upset, we should say we are upset. We should, but in a righteous way, as calm as we can get it, because we have to be rational and adults, because it's all about keeping the mind healthy and the body healthy. Remember, like I said a few minutes ago, and something you hear me say all the time, the body follows the mind. So let's keep our mind pure. Let's keep our mind strong. And help keep our families' mind strong and our children's mind strong, no matter what we see or things that might happen or mistakes they might make or we might make. It's all about maintaining that peace and keeping our sanity and staying on that straight and narrow path. And be authentic, my brothers and sisters. And I say, if you're out there and you're lifting up and you're doing everything right and you're seeing results and your life is becoming great and you see those around you going great and they're being authentic, and you're seeing the clouds move away and you're seeing the sun shine through, go on with your authentic self. I say go on with your authentic self and never stop. And don't let negative things, entities, or individuals stop you. Like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, stop and see. If you have, I've said this before, but I think it's important. If you come into something that's negative, and I don't want to always pinpoint people, because it's not always people. And a lot of times, I'm gonna say some individuals, not everybody now, they don't understand themselves. So if you have those that are not self-aware and don't understand themselves, then ladies and gentlemen, they're not gonna understand those that are on a high vibration. They're not gonna understand. They're gonna look at you as weird or think something wrong because they're not there. Remember, at one time, we were there. Break it down. See it for what it is, but still try to help if that situation can be helped or that individual can be helped. Step forth and try to help. Don't just back up. But some individuals, they have to keep kind of going through the woulda, coulda, shouldas before they finally get it. And let's just hope that those that are going through that challenge to find themselves and, wondering, why the creator got them here, or, had them here, why they're here, what they're here for. Because I tell you, that's a strange place to be. And, when you don't know yourself and you don't know what your mission is or your path is or what your gift is, because not everybody knows their gifts, it's revealed in certain things. And so be thankful that you have the gift of authenticity. And for those who's having a challenge, don't give up. Don't give up. Giving up is the last thing you would do. You could have a good blessing, something great could be right around the corner. So the worst thing you can do is give up on yourself, on your family, on your children, no matter what things look like. These are all everything that we go through as brothers and sisters. Ladies and gentlemen, soldiers and soldierettes, salute. It's all building blocks. And those that have been through the fire know exactly what I'm talking about. So keep on building. Keep on building. And you can't get to that, you can't get up there to the top if you're worried about the bottom. Just focus on yourself. Always go in. You always hear brothers and sisters, a lot of teachers, we always say that outside, it's not going to be beautiful for you if you don't work on the inside. It starts with yourself and then work your way out. You can't know, you have to Get in tune with your own spirit so you can connect to those real spirits around you. And being authentic will help you to deflect those that come against you, because you know who you are. You know, no matter what things are trying to make you look like, or if someone says something bad about you or gossip about you, it won't even affect you, because you are above anything petty. And that's what authenticity is all about. So stay authentic, ladies and gentlemen, and just flow. And let the universe do what it do. Because the great creator always protect the righteous. And I always say that until it's my time to leave this place. So stay authentic, and I'll keep saying that. I'll drill that into your spirit. And I'll reiterate once again, at a great person, I'm in a comment one time in a video I was watching. Be authentic and they will come. And they is the true brothers and sisters. And I always say I've learned from some great teachers that passed that baton to me. So I'm going to keep that power of authenticity going and flowing. And cultivate that gift. You know, utilize your gifts. Utilize your tools that you have. I don't care how small you got. I don't care if you got a tape recorder. I don't give a crap. Be authentic. And people will see your authenticity, and it will shine through. Because if you're listening to the sound of my voice, I know you're a powerful brother and a powerful sister. And being authentic is second nature to us. It's what we do. And we love to uplift those that are connected to us, because that's our power. And that's how it should be. We should always share power and be authentic with one another and not be afraid. And, you know, we're going to have those, you know, those human things that, you know, we get nervous and stuff like that's going to happen. But when you get to that point, because I used to be like that too, but I'm not afraid of that anymore. You know, we're going to make mistakes. People will appreciate you more for being yourself than trying to, yes, I'm here, and yes, I'm going to talk about this. And you ain't got to just be yourself. Even when you make mistakes, just let it flow. Just let it flow. And when I say let it flow, that don't mean just be easy and, you know, let people walk all over you and you just willy-nilly do anything. That is not what I mean. I mean, when you're feeling something very passionate and you know what's right within yourself and you've seen results, just let it flow. Don't think, I like to say too, don't think too much, think just enough, and just let it flow. And cultivate and appreciate the small gifts and the big gifts. I don't care how small you think your gift is. You keep cultivating it until it snowballs and grows up and glows. And just blind people with your shyness when you glow. Not blind in a bad way, but in a good way, in a spiritual way. And make them see past the perception that they have of you and see the goodness in you, the authenticity in you, the realness in you, the glow in you, you know, the righteousness in you, you know, all those good things that keep us alive and keep our psyche protected and keep us strong and keep us encouraged and send that shot to our system and send it up to our brain and keep us motivated and keep us educated at all times, because self-awareness is always the best education, all day, every day. And if you're not authentic and you're looking for superficial things, I feel sorry for you, because you're on a ice hill. You skating up an ice hill. You know, you're going nowhere. So call down protection on those that's wreaking havoc and not looking to do good and don't care about themselves and others. We have to place them in a space of their own until they learn. But stay authentic, my brothers and sisters. Never give up on yourself or others. And stay with any challenge that you're with, any gift. Keep cultivating it. Utilize the gifts and the tools that we do have and stay strong. No such thing as down. Not to the soldiers and soldieresses I'm speaking to. I know you're strong because I feel your spirits. Real spirits recognize real spirits. So stay true. Let nothing on the outside stop you from doing what you do. And I say again, go on with your authentic self. Go on with your real self, lifting those around you. Look at you being that king and that queen that you are and that you always have been. This is what we do. For my high vibrational soldiers and soldierettes, salute. This is what you do, being true. And I'm just confirming it. That we are the creators of this world, my high vibrational melanated people out there. The ones that's on a high vibration. Never go out without a fight and stay authentic. And that's my positive word, and that's my real word. Keep that fire blazing. And I so appreciate other brothers and sisters that's reaching and teaching in an unapologetic way. And to the brothers and sisters, my family, my children, the mothers and the dads, brothers and sisters, all over the world, may you have peace in your part of the world, wherever you are, right now. One.